So Canada has just made a massive, and I mean massive, new play for the world's top talent. Tucked away in its 2025 federal budget is this multi-billion-dollar strategy that's basically sending up a flare to skilled professionals everywhere. Let's break down what's really going on here. It all boils down to this one really crucial question. In this global competition for the brightest minds, this war for talent that we hear so much about, is Canada actually positioning itself to win? Let's find out. Okay, the big news, the headline that's got everybody talking is this. Canada is literally rolling out the welcome mat with a new fast track for H-1B visa holders. Now, this is a direct signal to skilled pros, especially those who are feeling the squeeze from rising fees and all the uncertainty down in the United States. So here's how we're going to unpack all this. We'll start with the big picture strategy, then we'll dive right into the specifics. That H-1B fast track, the huge investment they're making in researchers, and their plan to tear down some common roadblocks. And finally, we'll connect the dots and figure out what's the global endgame here. All right, first up, Canada's big talent play. And you gotta understand, this isn't just one little policy tweak. Nope. This is a comprehensive, full-court press designed for a whole new era of global competition. So the official name is a bit of a mouthful, the International Talent Attraction Strategy and Action Plan. But what's really important here are its three goals, and they're crystal clear. Bring in the best talent, supercharge the innovation scene, and fill some critical job gaps. This right here is the foundation for everything else we're about to talk about. And now for the piece of this puzzle that's really making waves, the H-1B fast track. This is Canada basically saying, hey, skilled professionals, we're open for business. Come on in. I mean, look at this contrast. It's pretty stark. While the US is adding more hurdles, tightening up visa rules, hiking fees, Canada is doing the exact opposite. It's offering a faster, more stable path for people who want to build a long-term career. What you're seeing here is a classic global talent tug-of-war playing out in real time. So who is this for, exactly? Well, the strategy is laser-focused. They're targeting high-demand sectors like healthcare, top-tier research, and advanced technology. These are all the areas where Canada knows it has critical shortages that it absolutely has to fill if it wants to stay competitive. But, and this is a big but, this plan goes way beyond just the H-1B program. Not even close. In this next part, we're looking at a huge investment specifically designed to recruit the world's top academic and scientific minds. We're talking about a major push for brain power. And get a load of the number they're putting behind it, 1.7 billion Canadian dollars. Let that sink in. This isn't some small pilot program. This is a serious long-term commitment to bring in over 1,000 of the world's best international researchers. So where's all that cash going? Well, $1 billion of it is for new research chairs over the next 13 years. Another $400 million is going into the infrastructure they'll need to do their work. And then there are big chunks of money to help PhDs, postdocs, and new professors actually move. See, Canada isn't just hiring people, it's building an entire ecosystem for them to actually succeed. All right, moving on to Section 4, breaking down barriers. Now let's talk about one of the biggest, most common frustrations for skilled immigrants anywhere in the world, getting your qualifications, your degrees you worked so hard for, recognized so you can actually work in your field. So to fix this, Canada's created something called the Foreign Credential Recognition Action Fund. And they're not just paying it lip service. They're backing it with $97 million over 5 years. That's a serious financial commitment to finally solving this persistent problem. And they have a really clear, simple plan of attack. Step 1, set up the fund. Step 2, partner up with the provinces and territories to make sure it's a coordinated nationwide effort. And step 3, prioritize the sectors where the need is most desperate. And this chart here shows you exactly which sectors are at the top of that list. No surprises really, healthcare and construction. These are two areas where the shortage of licensed professionals is really hurting, and this fund is designed to get qualified people into those jobs and fast. Okay, so let's zoom out for our final section and look at the big picture, the global endgame. Why is Canada putting all these different pieces on the board right now? What's the long-term vision here? This line from the government's official plan really says it all. This is not a broad, let's hope for the best kind of policy. It is, and I'm quoting here, a focused approach that targets specific strategic sectors. Every single move here is calculated. When you put it all together, it really comes down to a few core strategic goals. Strengthening Canada's role in global innovation, staying competitive by fixing those labor gaps, and ultimately securing the country's long-term economic health in a world that is changing incredibly fast. And that leaves us with one last, pretty fascinating question to think about. With this bold, multi-billion-dollar play, could Canada's strategy fundamentally reshape the map of where the world's top talent chooses to build a future and call home? I guess only time will tell.